Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. So listen, I want to go ahead and talk Real Housewives of Potomac star Candace Bassett, her husband Chris Bassett, and this alleged mistress. I think she goes by the name of Ayana. I never really cared to learn her name because I kind of feel like at this particular point in time, she's full of shit. I'm starting to think that sis is a liar. I'm starting to think that sis is, mentally unstable and just mentally ill. I'm starting to think that this is a whole scheme and a scandal set up by Barely Reasonable and Evil. Because where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Where are the receipts? Where did you come from? How did he find your live? And why is he comparing you to a piece of fried chicken? And why do you keep talking to bloggers about Candace Bassett? Why does your beef seem to be with Candace Bassett instead of your beef being with the man that allegedly knocked you up? Okay, you allegedly opened up your legs to a married man, got pregnant by him, and he allegedly wanted you to terminate the pregnancy. So why aren't you upset with the man? Why are you so fixated on Candace? And where are the receipts? How are you going to come out with this information? You so big and bold to come out with the information, but yet you don't want to drop no receipts. Where are the text messages? Am I behind on the situation? I'm just a little bit confused. Listen, so shout out to Giorgio Says I Love Him on TikTok. He did a whole investigation trying to verify the nude photos that she sent him, and spoiler alert, they cannot be verified, okay? Let me play this.
All right, I did not forget about this one, and you know how I am. I reached out to this alleged mistress. She did spend a majority of the time we spoke speaking poorly about Candace Dillard. I was merely asking about the relationship between her and Chris so that I could see if this was a valid story or this was something that was just for the mere sake of attention. But since she's only sending out photos that obviously cannot be reposted, there were certain things that I was able to spot that I was able to then go back and see if I could validate. She sent me 2 photos, both with a gentleman who was white, but the builds in both photos of the men were not the same whatsoever. Neither of the builds looked anything like Chris's build. Chris has a tattoo on his leg. And with all these private photos and videos she has, she's got to be able to screenshot at least that. That would validate her story. But conveniently, when I asked her for just a screenshot of one of his legs, you got to have that. You sent me everything else. She said, no, I don't have a pic of that tattoo. Well, one of the photos has a gentleman who has a tattoo on his right arm. Very specific. So I went back to season 3 of Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 3 for exact, but notice there's no tattoo. And there's him jumping off. That's the other arm. So again, no tattoo. She says it's a tattoo he got in his 20s when he was with friends. It has faded. It's supposed to represent his first daughter. So I reached out to Chris to validate if maybe he did have arm tattoos at one point. Maybe he lasered them off. I don't know. So I asked him and he said, I have no arm tattoos.
Y'all have to go follow him on TikTok. Links are down below. I mean, doing the Lord's work, doing the work that needs to be done. Giorgio was on top of it as far as the mistress when it came to, who was that, that girl that was in town to see the Baltimore Ravens football player, but called Juan up instead of the football player to pay for the hotel room? I think he had an interview with her, but yeah, go follow him on TikTok. He's amazing. I feel like this is a scheme and a scandal. Did Barely Reasonable and Evil come to us with the schemes and scandals? And y'all tell me why Barely Reasonable and Evil are profiting off of this mess.
There's been a lot of housewives, castmates, co-workers of ours that have been in the social media news lately.
Yes, they have. And
Yes.
I'm not going to talk about it.
No.
So if y'all want to know what's going on juicy in the world of Real Housewives of Potomac,
Yeah.
go on and do a little search.
Yes. Do a little search, but we
Yes.
may talk about it on Patreon. Okay. Just saying. Okay.
What's happening here? What's happening here? Robin, are you trying to deflect from your situation? I cannot wait for the people to watch this premiere and see you try to downplay everything that Juan Dixon did. I want the people to see you downplay everything your husband did. I want you, and listen, I guess that's your husband. You're here to protect him. It's you and him against the world. Until death do you part, I'm assuming. But I just want to let you know that you look absolutely ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Let me know how you guys feel about everything. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.